Greetings, coming back at you here again with another watch related topic. Today I'm going to be doing my review after around, I want to say, 2 years of ownership of this Hamilton Jazzmaster day date. Now please bear in mind that my camera inverts every video that I make, which is really weird, but I wear all my wristwatches on my left hand, but it's probably going to come out as my right hand. But I wear all my wristwatches on my left hand, and this is on my right hand, but it's probably going to come out opposite. But just a little info for you guys. And yes, I'm wearing two watches at once, and it does look kind of goofy, but some watch enthusiasts do it. I don't do it. I'm just doing it for the review to show you guys how it looks on the wrists. Now, let's get into it. This is the Jazzmaster day date with the black dial. And honestly speaking, this is my most worn watch in my entire collection. Ever since I got it, I kind of really like the feel and the look of it. And for the money that you pay for it, it is honestly a very solid option. Okay? It is a very solid option. I got on the bracelet. I got it off the gray market, by the way, for I think, was it $550 or $600, or I don't really remember the full price. It might have been around 400 something. Can't really remember. But even for 600, even for $800, if you want to get a brand new, probably from Hamilton, it is a solid deal. Okay, it is a solid deal. The craftsmanship is solid. The watch itself is actually pretty heavy on the wrist. Even without the bracelet, I usually wear all my watches on a leather strap. I take off the bracelet. I buy it on a bracelet, but I take off the bracelet immediately and put it into storage. And I personally find leather and NATO straps to be more comfortable, but also to be sort of like a better investment, because you can buy a nice leather strap for like $20 or a nice NATO for like $20, and you can wear it for a couple years, and then it wears out, you just get a new one. Whereas with the bracelet, if you get any major scratches in it, you can't really fix that, and it's definitely going to affect the resale value when you try to sell the watch. I don't plan on selling my watches, but I do it just in case. Okay, I do it just for the hell of it. Has a butterfly clasp. The bracelet here isn't signed by Hamilton anywhere. It just has some serial numbers here, stuff like that. It doesn't have a brand logo anywhere on the bracelet, which is kind of disappointing, but it's not really a big deal. The case shape is very attractive. There's a brush finish on the lugs and sort of a mirror finish by the crown area on both sides. You can see that. Very attractive shape, very attractive lugs. It has ETA based, I don't know if you guys could see this. That's going to be a pain in the neck to show. An ETA based automatic movement with the Hamilton name stamped on the rotor. It has a Hamilton signed crown. And what can I tell you guys about it? I mean, it's a very attractive aesthetic watch, and it keeps perfectly accurate time even after 2 years of basically, like I said, this was my most worn watch, and as you can see, not many scratches on it at all. I take care of my watches, that's true, but for a watch I wore so often, I'm surprised that there's a couple dings here and there on the sort of the bezel area, but nothing too major. So durable construction, water resistant. I don't know how much water resistance. I don't really remember, to be honest with you. Let me see if I can see it back here. Swiss made, of course. I think it says here. Water resistant 5 bar. Whatever the hell that means. I think it's around like 100 meters water resistance. So you could probably go swimming with this. You could take a shower with this. I wouldn't recommend diving with it, obviously. But yeah, very attractive hour hand, minute hand, second hand. Very nice. Very crisp dial. It doesn't really have a sunburst effect or anything like that, but it does look good in the sunlight. It's more of a matte finish, and the matte finish really works well with these hour markers and with the minute indices as well. It just has a very crisp look, okay? Very legible, very visible. The loom is there, but it's not very sharp. Like, you'll be able to see it in the darkness, but it's nothing like you'd get on a dive watch or anything like that. But it's there, and that's what counts. But I really enjoy the crisp writing in the white lettering, the crisp writing, especially in the day right here. Please keep in mind that this watch is not set to the accurate day or date. I just took it out of my watch box and just kind of shook it up so it actually starts running to show you guys the sweeping second hands. I really enjoy the crisp, vibrant writing on the day, and I like the position of the day date feature, because most day date watches, they usually have this sort of design where like they're right next to each other. This one, the day is up here and the date is up here, which makes it look very fancy and very elegant. To me, this is a very versatile watch. You can wear it as a dress watch, you can wear it as a everyday piece, you can wear it as a sporty kind of watch. It has all those characteristics in one watch. Very, very nice. Very nice. And I think the name Jazzmaster suits it really well too. It's a pretty cool name for a watch. So I really enjoy those pointy, the pointy hour hand, the pointy minute hand, and the pointy second hand. It's almost like a spear, sharp spear shaped. The hour and the minute hand is loomed, and so are the hour markers. The minute indices are not loomed, but that's not really important. Overall, very nice piece. Not really too impressed by the bracelet. Bracelet's kind of basic. Kind of brushed finish on the center links here, and then on the outside there's kind of a mirror polish on it. Butterfly deployment, which I hate. But it is very comfortable. Here's how it looks on the wrist from various angles. Not too bulky, but bulky enough where it kind of, people could see that you're wearing a nice watch. It's I think 40 millimeters in diameter, I believe it is. So yeah, it's very nice. Definitely a nice heavy piece on the wrist. So people could see we have a nice watch on the wrist from pretty much every angle. This is 40 millimeters, and this is, I believe, 36 millimeters. Side by side, you could kind of definitely see the difference. This one kind of pops out more than this one does. But they have various dial colors. I think they have a blue one, a white one, but very nice for the money you pay. Really, you can't complain, okay? So if you're especially if you're a young gentleman or even an older gentleman, and you're into the watches, and you're into automatic pieces, and you want something that is Swiss made and will give you kind of a taste of luxury, okay? I can't really proclaim that this is a luxury watch, okay? It's not a luxury watch. It is Swiss made. It is well built. It does look nice, but I can't say it's luxury because it isn't. It uses a basic ETA movement for the base. No troubles with accuracy or anything like that. It has a hacking second hands. The day and date is quick set as well, so that's nice. But you can't really say it's a luxury watch. It doesn't have that feel or that vibe of a luxury watch, but it gives you a taste, okay? So if you're getting into the watch hobby, let's say you're in college, or you're an older gentleman and you just want a nice automatic piece, but you're not really ready for the true luxury yet. You just want to see what this whole thing is about. Like, oh, what are these automatic watches about? What is the difference between, a $600 Hamilton and a $200 Seiko, or a $50 Casio, or G-Shock, or whatever you may have? This is a nice step in the right direction because you get the durability, you get the heaviness, you get a lot of the nice things. Sapphire crystal as well, I forgot to mention that. You get all the nice qualities of a luxury piece without it necessarily being luxury. So this is kind of a low-key piece. You can wear it anywhere and everywhere to any event, fancy or casual or sporty. Whatever you want to do with it, you can do with it. And you don't have to be too afraid, It's not a Rolex, it's not an Omega. You don't really have to baby it. It could be an everyday beater if you desire. All in all, like I said, my most worn watch in my entire collection. Why? I don't know. It just speaks to me. I really like it for the price and just for what it is. The case shape, the overall design, the day-date feature, which is something that I really love in watches. For the money, you can't go wrong with it. You can't go wrong with it. As a daily beater or as one of your best pieces, this will not disappoint. This will not disappoint at all. So overall, highly recommended. Definitely something I would recommend to basically everybody, okay? But if you're into the luxury watch game and you have Omegas and you have Rolexes and you have, Tudors and stuff like that, you'll definitely see a difference in quality and craftsmanship between them. So if you usually wear luxury pieces and you put this one on, I'm not saying you'll be disappointed or anything like that. It's just kind of like a little step down, to be honest with you. It's just kind of a little step down, But like I said, as an everyday beater or as just one of your main pieces, like I can see this if you're like in college or in high school, or you're working your basic jobs and stuff like that, and you're saving up money and you want a nice watch you can be proud of, but you don't want to dish out a lot of money. This is great. Like, I definitely, if you're in high school or college or what have you, if you're on any sort of budget and you want a nice watch, and that $600 price tag or whatever you may find it for, if you could find it for cheaper, then that's even better. Obviously, you can get it used. If that seems like a lot of money for you, I say spend it, because you won't be disappointed. If you want something, if you want something nice and you want something basic and you don't want to dish out a lot of money. But if you're really into the luxury game and you really want luxury pieces, then I would honestly suggest waiting. Save that $400 or $600 or $300, whatever it may be, and just keep saving, put it aside, and get that luxury piece that you want. and you'll be very satisfied. And then afterwards, if you have any money left over in the future and you want a beater or whatever, you have a really nice luxury piece already. You can get something like this, and you'll be happy with it. You'll be happy with it, you know. So it's my little review on the Hamilton Jazzmaster Day Date with the black dial. Do I recommend getting it on the bracelet? I don't know. If you're into bracelets, it's pretty cool. Pretty solid, durable design. Doesn't really come off as flashy or anything like that, but it's solidly built. I don't have any complaints with it. But I think it looks more elegant and nice on a leather strap, or even this on a NATO would work pretty well as well. So if you really want to save money and you want to get this watch, if you get it on a leather strap, it's usually cheaper. So I would recommend going for that if you don't care about bracelets. But if you care about resale value and all that stuff, it's definitely better to get it on the bracelet, even if you take the bracelet off like I do, because you'll get a little bit more money for it when you want to sell it. You know, because you could add in the original bracelet, and you could add in some sort of cheap leather strap as well to entice somebody to buy it, what have you, you know. Whereas with the leather strap, you're just kind of stuck with the leather strap. What if somebody wants it on the original bracelet? Then you're kind of screwed. Somebody will go get the one on the original bracelet, and your watch will just not sell, you know. So anyway, people, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for more reviews. Next reviews, probably gonna do I'm gonna do all my modern sort of pieces first. So my Tissot, I'm gonna do a full review on the Glycine diver that I have, the bronze one. I'm gonna do a review on, what else do I have? My Zin Classic, my Seiko 5. I'm gonna do a bunch of reviews. Let's just put it at that. So stay tuned if you like reviews, if you like in-depth glimpses and looks at watches. Please subscribe to my channel, hit that bell, ring that bell, bang a gong, get it on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, stay tuned, people. Stay tuned. I got a lot of watches coming in various price ranges, you know. You already know I got your back. You know, I got your back with the cheap watches, with the expensive watches. I tell it how it is. I tell it with honesty, and I tell it with no bullshit like these other watch reviewers. They hype it up. They get paid by these companies. They get sponsored by these companies. They get free watches by these companies. I don't do that shit. Everything's from my own fucking pocket, okay? And I tell it how it is. I tell it how it is. If it's a shitty watch, I'll tell you it's a shitty watch. If it's a nice watch, I'll tell you it's not. None of this pussyfooting around like, oh my god, you know, squally, oh so great, whatever, the best watch in the world. Go fuck yourself. You know, go fuck yourself. I say it how it is. I'm gonna say it. You know, if it's a shitty ass watch, I'll say it's a shitty ass watch. I don't give a fuck. Even if I was sponsored, and even if I was supported with these by these watch companies, which I'm not. Even if I was, I'd tell it like it is. They probably fucking hate me and never send me any watches and never support me ever again. But I would say it how it is. You know, I would say it is. I don't give a fuck if they lose business or whatever. I have to tell you guys the absolute truth, okay? Because I don't want you guys to buy a watch. You know, all these other people hype up all these watches, and you buy it, and this is a piece of shit. It's a fucking piece of shit. Like, it's like, why the fuck did this guy screw me over, you know? You know? Like, to me, that's fucked up, but that's what a lot of other watch reviewers do. But, that's how the world is. If you find one honest motherfucker like me, hey, subscribe, hit the bell, stay tuned. See you in the next one.